Welcome to Snooze Worthy, a podcast by Parenting Practice of Colorado, your window into the world of pediatric sleep, where we explore the science behind sweet dreams, effective sleep teaching techniques, and all the intriguing nuances of your child's slumber. I'm your host, Lindsay Birchfield.
And I'm Paige Legault. Together, we're here to guide you through the labyrinth of parenting, offering insights, strategies, and science-backed advice to make parenting during those early childhood years not just manageable, but truly memorable.
As pediatric sleep specialists, we've seen the transformational power of sleep in countless families.
And because parenting is a journey, we won't stop at sleep. We'll provide you with valuable parenting tips for every aspect of early childhood, from managing tantrums to fostering creativity and hitting those all-important milestones.
So whether you're a seasoned parent in need of a sleep overhaul or a new parent preparing for the joys and challenges of early childhood, Snooze Worthy is your trusted resource. Join us as we unravel the science of sleep, share practical advice, and make parenting truly snooze-worthy.
Welcome back to Snooze Worthy. I'm Paige Legault, and
I'm Lindsay. And today we're digging into something every parent needs to understand, which is the biology of sleep in babies.
When you know how sleep actually works in infants, from brain development to hormones to sleep cycles, you stop blaming yourself for every freaking wake up. And you start working with your baby's biology instead of against it.
Yeah. So why sleep is so important for babies? In the first few years of life, your baby's brain is in a rapid development. Between birth and age 3, a child's brain grows to 80% of its adult size and builds trillions of connections or synapses.
And during sleep, especially deep sleep, slow wave sleep, the brain consolidates memory, emotional experiences, and learning. And a study published in Science in 2023 confirmed that sleep after learning enhances memory consolidation, even in infants.
Wow. And just let's talk about growth. So nearly 80% of human growth hormone is secreted during deep sleep stages. And that's why disrupted sleep can affect not just the mood and behavior, but also growth, immunity, and development.
Yeah. So what is actually going on in those little baby bodies? So unlike adults who have 90 to 120 minute sleep cycles, newborns, so 0 to 12 weeks, have about 45 to 60 minute cycles. And they start sleep in REM, so dream, and stage 4 sleep versus non-REM, so stage 1, 2, and 3.
And REM sleep is light and active. That's why babies twitch, smile, startle, and make noises when they're sleeping. And it's totally normal. It's even very healthy.
And annoying.
Yes. Very disruptive.
Especially going from no baby to baby. You're like, is there a dinosaur over there? What's going on?
A lot of grunting and noises.
At around 3 to 4 months, babies go through what's often called the dreaded 4-month sleep regression, but it's actually a permanent developmental change. It is one of the only sleep regressions. And so their brain begins to organize sleep more like an adult. So transitioning from light and deep stages, that means more frequent nighttime wakings until they learn how to link cycles independently.
And one of the most common sleep disruptions around this age is related to not knowing how to fall asleep or back to sleep after those light wake ups. And that's where sleep teaching, or what you can call sleep training, can be incredibly helpful when done gently and with respect for development.
So babies are not born with a circadian rhythm, again, in infancy. Their internal clock develops between 6 to 12 weeks with exposure to consistent light and dark cues.
And the hormones melatonin, which helps to regulate sleep, starts beginning produced by the pineal gland around 6 to 8 weeks. But production increases with consistent cues, light in the morning, dim light at night, and a regular routine.
Yep. And the second part of the equation is that homeostatic sleep pressure. What this is your brain's way of building up that urge to sleep. For babies, this pressure builds up very quickly, hence those short wake windows.
So skipping naps or keeping them up longer doesn't wear them out. It actually overstimulates their nervous system. It raises cortisol and makes sleep a lot harder, not easier at all.
Yeah. Let's talk about feeding to sleep. What's that connection there? This is a hot button topic, especially for breastfeeding moms.
Yep.
But here we go. Feeding and sleep are closely linked, especially in those early months through infancy when babies need small, frequent feeds to meet those caloric needs.
Yeah, but feeding isn't a sleep solution in and of itself. Over reliance on feeding for sleep can actually create more frequent wakes as the baby expects to feed every time they stir between those sleep cycles we talked about.
Breast milk also contains nucleotides that follow a circadian rhythm. Higher levels of sleep inducing nucleotides like adenosine and melatonin in the evening and nighttime milk, and alertness supporting compounds in the daytime. Isn't that wild how your breast milk can change like that?
Amazing. And if you're bottle feeding, you can still mimic this by offering dim light during those nighttime feeds and avoiding stimulation.
Yep. When you understand that babies aren't fighting us, they're just navigating a new world with a nervous system still under construction. We stop pathologizing normal behavior.
And sleep is not a milestone you quote unquote hit. It's a skill that develops with biology and support from us. And when you know your baby's rhythms, hormones, and developmental stages, you can make choices that feel aligned with their actual needs.
And if you want personalized support and real time help with your baby's sleep as they grow, come join us over at our parenting practice membership where we guide you through sleep training. You'll have access to our whole sleep library, Q&As, and we'll answer all of your questions and help you decode your baby's unique sleep needs.
So just click the link in the show notes to join our community. You don't have to guess your way through this. We'll show you how to build restful nights and confident days.
Yep. Thanks for listening to Snooze, where they will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.